Welcome to my studio. Let me take my shirt off here. It's a shirt. Here in Seattle. We use these like jackets, flannel shirts, because it doesn't get too cold. It doesn't get cold enough to wear a winter jacket, so I wear flannel pretty much all year round. Because man, it still gets cold in the mornings here, even in the summer. But I'm doing a paint over. This is a landscape I didn't think was also. I'm painting over it because I really enjoy painting on canvases. I've been painting on paper for the last 2 months, and I've got enough. I got paintings. I think I did 6, 12, 18, 180 of them in the last 2 months. 180 paintings. So let me find my live here so I can watch the chat room as I'm painting. Say hello. Hello, everybody. All right, I'm in. So this is a paint over. I'm going to be giving a lot of tips on this one tonight. So hopefully there's some artists that pop in. We'll see. Looks like I'm the only one in here right now. So what I'm going to do is check this out. We're going to use the Fibonacci sequence, the design that they have, the spiral design. So it's a line across here, lower than halfway, because if you get your horizon starts getting up too high, your mountains are way up here, you got a lot of landscape to work with here. So it's a little lower than halfway down. There's the horizon, which you could see I had it pretty much right on. Over here, this is divided in two, and I forgot what the image is. Well, anyway, it's cutting half and then cut in half here. So the spiral kind of goes like this. So I'm going to follow that design. So I have a mountain. We'll put a mountain over here. I'm going to actually check this out. I'm going to lean the mountain in a little bit. We'll have like a little taller. Have them leaning in towards the middle here. And then I'll have another mountain over here, kind of the same way. Not as tall. I'll tie these two in. So there's, and then I'll probably put some kind of lake down here, and in here I'll put some trees here, and as we come further this way, the trees will get larger here, and then I'm going to have like some rocks here looking down into the valley. So that's just a crude sketch there. Let me get started. I'm going to do my mountains first, fill them in with dark gray. And You're gonna see how cool this is with the mountains kind of leaning into a little bit like that. I'll show you how to do the lighting on there. It's kind of difficult because when you got tall like this, so you gotta. It's kind of hard to put the color on there, but I'll show you how I do it. All right, there's that mountain. Then we'll have another mountain over here. Pretty cool so far. So this is the paint over. The painting underneath, it wasn't going to sell. I'm redoing it, and I'm thinking this design I'm coming up with now is going to be a lot better. It's the Fibonacci circle here. So I'm going to have a lot of stuff here, and then it follows this angle. That's why I got the mountain kind of a little bit here. But it looks good when you got the mountain kind of leaning in towards the center. I just found that out today. It really makes the painting more appealing. The mountains, rather than straight up. I'm telling you, it's a pretty cool trick. I might leave those mountains back there, the old ones. That looks pretty trick, doesn't it? They're kind of too tall though, but so I'm going to use a light blue for my sky, but I'm going to end up putting clouds down here around mountains, but I'm going to just put blue in for now so I can get my sky color down. I'm just going to block in all the color first, all the way, and then I'll start designing it. I kind of already know what I'm going to do because I looked up that Fibonacci sequence today, and a lot of artists use it. I've been freestyling for the last 2 years, 3 years. I just paint what I want, but following this format, it really made make the painting look designed. You know, it's going to have some rhyme and reason to it. Okay. I'm not going to put any color in the sky because I'll probably make purple clouds, purple and pink clouds. I'm going to make white clouds, but I'll put like purple, plum violet. I was looking for my plum violet the other day. I couldn't find it, so I made them. All you gotta do is make yourself some purple, red and blue, and you gotta add some white in there, otherwise it's gonna be pretty dark. Some violet, and then add a white into it, tone it down a little bit with titanium white, and then, not too much white, but then you just add a little bit of black to it. Then you'll get this plum violet. And it's perfect for putting on the shadows of your clouds instead of using gray. It's plum gray, plum violet gray, kind of. But look at this. Maybe I'll get into the picture a little more. Hola, everyone. How's that? Can you see me? See me now? Can you see me now? What's that one telephone company? Can you hear me now? All right, so when I laid this out, if you just joined in, I'm using the Fibonacci sequence here. So I put the horizon, and you put a line here in the middle, and then a box over here, then another box here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and so forth up into the sky. My clouds are going to go kind of off into this direction, big here and smaller as they come down. So this painting's going to kind of look like nature when I'm done, I hope. The format's going to be pretty good. The design is what I'm saying. I'm going to put another mountain in front of this one here. So I'm going to lighten this up. I'm going to put all the color in first, then I can do all the mountains and stuff. But I'm going to put like some other peaks in. There we go. So we got some kind of layering going on here. I'll do trees over here. Go up into the distance here. Some evergreen trees here. And I'll do some water down here. Let me put some water in right now. I'm just going to put it in as blue for now. I have some kind of lake down here. Kind of like indentation here in the middle, so it looks straight across. That's going to be a lake. One day I'm going to make do the Lake of Fire. All right, so then this is going to be rocks down here where you can standing here looking down into the valley. So I'm going to make a bluish gray for that. These will be like boulders on top here. And then this will be flat ground here. Like, we'll make boulders here. I do my boulders just like I do the mountains, the way I highlight them. So you'll see how I do that. This is going to be brown in here, so I'll put a lighter color there, maybe like a brownish gray for now, just so I know that this is going to be flat land here. There we go. And then put some shadows in here. Alright, so yeah, if you were standing here, you're looking down into a valley. It's looking pretty good so far. Let me get all this in here, and then I'll do the mountains next. So I think this is going to be, we'll put green grass here and some yellow ochre here. I actually have some olive green. I'm going to use it. The olive green's supposed to be good for highlighting trees. I'm going to have quite a few in here. I'll probably use some of this olive green for that, highlighting them. And then we'll put some grass back here, but there's going to be trees right here going back all the way back here. And then I want to make this all I mix yellow ochre and burnt umber and burnt sienna together with a little yellow, and you get this golden see that? Already looks like a lake. I think I'll put a bunch of flowers down there once I get to it. So this yellow ochre, burnt umber, burnt sienna, it's a nice mixture. Look at that. It used to be my favorite color, this golden color. All right, so now I got it all covered with undertone now. So today I got some distant trees back here. So I usually make this really dark, right? My green. So today I'm going to make it dark, but I'm going to try and lighten up the trees that go way back here. So these trees are going to be coming down like this. And then I'm going to lighten up some of my dark green. That way I don't have to do it later. That's about the right color. These trees are going to be way. I'm going to put tops on them so it looks like evergreen trees here. Yeah. Because if you make them too dark, then you got to up, because anything in the distance, you don't want it too dark yet. The trees up in the front here will be darker. Let me get my fan brush and I'm gonna make those. I'll make a few indications of tall trees in there. Pull it up back here. Oh, you know what? I wasn't supposed to do those till I did my mountains. All right, let me do the mountains next because I got to put all the light on the mountains. All right, so when you got mountain peaks that are really tall like this, what I like to do is I'm just going to put a little bit on first. I'm going to tie these in. Just a little bit of white on the left side of the peaks, just to see what it looks like. And then I stand back and look at it, and does that focus? I kind of want to turn it a little more. There you go. See how cool that looks? And then this peak back here, maybe it's way back there, so maybe I'll just hit a little right here. Now run blue across it, and that'll make that look like it's in the distance there. Same thing here. I'm just going to tie it in with this other mountain. Do a little bit first. This one I'll run the blue down on that one too. Now that one, I'll put this one out front. There. I did it around. Isn't that cool? All right. There's my mountains. That's pretty cool. Now I'm going to use a light blue for this side here. Today I'm using cobalt blue, so I just put a little white in it to dull it down just a little bit. Pretty cool. I just work my brush as though it's like a knife. Just pull it down to the left. I think this needs a little more white. It's soaking in. I put so much of that dark in there, it's soaking into the dark color underneath. There we go. All right, I like that. I gotta quit hitting this thing. Same thing here. I'll start with just a little bit of color. It's looking good. Thanks for watching, everyone. Who do I got in here? Hey, Nikki, Ruben, Mary Ann's here. Hey. I haven't seen you, Mary Ann. Isn't that cool? Hopefully you're doing okay. I've been seeing Ruben a lot. There's Jake. I just went ahead and put a little white in there to make it look kind of finished, but it's not finished yet. Let me fix this camera. The knob is getting in the way there, so it's bringing it focus. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want to do any color in the sky today. I've actually been a little busy myself, Marianne. I've been doing a lot of stuff with our band. So me and Lisa have been doing a lot of live on YouTube, the Rick and Lisa Experience. So she's really enjoying the lives now. I'm so glad she wanted to do the lives. Because we're getting so many subscribers now doing, we go live and we usually get like anywhere between 10 to 15 new subscribers every time we go live. So I kind of changed my style a little bit. I I did I pulled my oil paint out, Marianne, but I put it back away so I can go outside. Tried to paint in here with oil the other day, and the whole room just kind of got fumigated. I had opened up the windows, and so I was doing acrylic so I can start painting out on the patio there. You guys can see my backyard. Here in Seattle. Alright, there's some clouds around the mountains there. Wow, this is really looking good. It's really cool. I'm going to put some bushes around the pond now. I'll call it a pond. I'm going to add a little blue to my green and a little bit of black and a little bit of it's almost like a gray color. That's the perfect color for so I'm going to put some trees right here. Put a few bushes here. Right on the water's edge here. These are and I'm going to put some trees here in the foreground. I'm going to start moving towards the back now. Or the front, I mean. And I'm going to highlight this tree with light blue. How cool it looks. Let's do this kind of tree. Look at that. I didn't finish doing these, I guess. There we go. Wow, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. So I'm going to mix a light blue, kind of like the blue I used up here on the mountain, and put it on this side of the tree. I kind of like using blue rather than light green because it mixes in the green that I just put down there. Anyway, it'll turn like a greenish blue. See how cool it looks? Could actually be a little darker. That'll work for now. And I'll use grab some of that pale, that olive green for these back here. Do 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 do. Looking pretty good. Man, what a difference. You see how I lean those mountains kind of in towards the center? It, it really adds a cool element to the landscape, the way these are leaning in. Because I always put my mountains straight up, but look at what it does when you just lean them a little bit. It really it really gives it a better quality look, I think. I've done this much in 40 minutes. This is a paint over. You could see I covered over an old painting there, some of the tree there. But it was a painting that wouldn't, I don't think it was sold this summer. So it's almost time for the markets here in Seattle. I already signed up. I got 6 dates. Let me put the microphone in. I pulled the charger out. There we go. 1, 2. Now I can sing to you guys. All right, look at Look how cool this is looking. Uh, I'll do another tree here. Just a skinny one, maybe behind that one. And then I want to put another one over on this side. Maybe leaning in like the mountain a little bit. Man, that looks amazing. That Fibonacci sequence thing really works as far as laying it out. But this should be more over here, but because everything's right here and then it goes off around this way and then out. But I kind of like having it on this side too. It kind of evens it up a little bit. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a few trees there. Nothing wrong at all. I'm going to make blue a little brighter now because that was a little too light for the highlights. And it'll make the tree look a little better, I think, with the darker blue. Plus, it'll be a different color than this one and those. Yeah, look how cool that looks. It's so nice to have different shades. Like this shade is different than this one. This one's different than that one. Usually when I would shade my trees, I'd do them all the same color. So I'm not going to do that anymore because I'm trying to up my quality. Trying to do better quality paintings now that I have a little more patience. I don't mind painting for an hour and a half. When I first started on YouTube, I could get a painting done in 30 minutes. Man, I was speeding through them so fast, but they weren't the best quality. So it's cool, Marianne. I don't know. I think you're the one that's why I started putting flowers down in my grass. And I'm going to put flowers down here. It's going to look cool. And I'll go ahead and use the light blue here for the grass. All right, I'm going to do these rocks up here next. I do my rocks just like the mountains, so we'll say the light's coming from the left here. So I just start out with a little color up here on top. There's multiple rocks here, so I think I'm going to make it darker. Man, we had fun the other day, me and Lisa on the live. Made those big boulders there. It's John Fogerty's birthday today. John Fogerty. If you just joined in, I used a Fibonacci sequence type out to lay this one out. You know that goes around in a spiral right here. I'm going to put grass out here. Really cool. All right, I'm gonna do some flowers down here. I'm gonna fill it all the way in. I'm gonna do like maybe rows. Like rows of flowers. Man, I'm really digging this one, guys. It looks a little different than the one I did earlier, but it's the same principle. But I think I like this one better. And I'm back on canvas, so that's nice. You know, every time I go back to paper, I I think I'm doing better. And then I painted on paper for the last, I'm thinking 3 or 4 months. I'm tired of the paper, but it's cheaper. I mean, I get 60 pieces of paper in one booklet. And I think I went through 3 booklets, which is 180 paintings that I did. I mean, they weren't all paintings. I did some sketches and all right, those are going to be yellow flowers. My one nephew got hit in his car yesterday. Luckily, it didn't hit him on the other side. They slammed into them on the passenger side. Usually when if if you get hit side panel where you're driving, it's not good. So luckily he got hit on the passenger side, and it can be fatal if you get hit on your door, your driver's door. Look at those flowers. Are you still in there, Marianne? Those are for you. Hey, Giovanni. Giovanni's my buddy here in Seattle. I see him almost every day when I go to shop. I got my salmon today, Giovanni. Got some good salmon here in Seattle. They pack it up. They cook it, they smoke it, and then they put it in. It's ready to eat. It's so good. They do it in different styles, so you could get like smoked pepper, uh, Cajun style. But man, that's salmon. I had to start eating more healthier food because of my cholesterol count. So salmon was on one of the from the doctor's office, so that's fine with me. I like salmon. That's how I do my flowers. They're far away flowers, you know. Not too much detail. I should put a group of flowers in here. Let's get the color wheel out and check what would be a good color in there. So what you do, you take these that are surrounding it, and then we'll find out what color goes in there. So that's kind of like a blue green and yellow. So there it is, blue, green, yellow. So it's showing either violet or red, orange would go good in there. I'm going to do red, orange because I never do red flowers. I hardly ever put red in my landscapes, so let's do red, orange. Which means it's just not quite. It's more red than orange, I guess. We'll fill in the whole section down here. So I usually start with the darkest, and then I go to the next one's a little lighter. This is almost like pink. And then I go with even lighter. Almost on the white side. There we go. I think it was a good choice. Oh, there's a fly on my painting. Is that a fruit fly? What is that? You must think those are flowers or something. Get out of here. It's like, I hate those little gnats, because you can't catch them with your hands. Create like this wind current and it just blows them out of the way. Oh man, I always forget to do the highlights when you're supposed to remind me. Giovanni in the house. I'm in such a good mood, I don't want to kill the fly. This isn't good. Yeah, I'm starting to feel guilty when I kill spiders, man. Thou shalt not kill. It's like, I mean everything. I kind of want to put, I want to put like a little area out in the middle of the water. Yeah, I don't think it means flies. I mean, we eat animals. All right, so I'm thinking about putting a little island here with a tree on it. Let's try it. Trying new things. Trying different things today. That's so cool, man. That is so cool. I'm going to use the olive green to highlight it. Man, I'm really digging this painting. I wish every painting I did turned out like this one. They would all sell. Man, I'm so glad you guys are watching me paint this one. It's one of my favorite paintings of all time. I don't think I've ever done a landscape that looks quite like this. It's right in between where I like it. It's not too realistic and it's not too cartoony, you know. All right, I'm going to move on to the sky now. I got to get some fresh water here. Hold on. Give me a second. So you're not going to believe it. I changed my eating habits in the last 3 weeks and I think I lost like I'm down to 210. I was 232. 230, 222 already. That's going to really help my cholesterol and stuff. All right, so I think I want to do them up this way. Yeah, something like that. I'm just trying to get the line in right now. Then I'll have to work these clouds because I'm kind of using a filbert brush here. Let me Ba ba na 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 na. Da da na 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 na. Like a picture in the sun, let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. Do 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 do. I never make it dark enough. And then I make it too dark. I just might shot to check you out. Let me go on. In the sun, let's go on. And you know you're the one. Na 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 na. It's up to check you out. Let me go on. Trying to do my clouds a little different today. I want them to look good, you know. After putting all this effort into this painting. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Stop to check you out. In the sun, let me go round. Because you're the one. Do, 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 do. That looks so cool. Dragging the cloud out like that. Wow. Yep, it is John Fogerty's birthday. I texted that to Lisa already, but we're not gonna do a live tomorrow. We have a show. We picked up a show today. Somebody canceled, and they called us up to see if we would fill in. So we said yes, because I haven't been working at work. They cut our hours, man. I like. Plus, the lady that I work for, she doesn't really like me. I've been there the lot of everybody, and they give the hours to all the new people. Oh yeah, it was. We weren't getting all our product. We were getting really small trucks. Like we were only getting a third of what we usually get. So I mean, uh, they don't really need all of us there. I need more than 4 hours a week, man. Look how cool those clouds are looking. I'm gonna put a floater right here. I think it needs one. Because these are all just like burnt burnt in clouds. Uh, street streamers. Get some layering going on there. Yeah, so we lost all. We're getting all new products now made by guess who? Guess what country is stuff now? So we got a lot of new products. But we got a lot of glass items that had to be made by another country, and they stepped up. It's Taiwan. So instead of it saying made in China, it says made in. Same stuff. It's actually I I think it's better quality too. I noticed I was putting away last week, and I'm like, this looks different. It's like it feels heavier, and it was what was that? So they use better quality material. I can picture what happens over there in China. They get complacent and they don't keep the machines well oiled or whatever, and products start to come out only not as good as they did when they originally started making them. And they got no quality control there, so it just the product comes over in a bad way, especially glass. You know, we get this glass that was made and really brittle glass, you know. I mean, when you got a flower vase, you don't want to have to be too careful with it. You just barely bang it and it like cracks. So that tells me they're not burning glass long enough, and the they're cutting corners. They're not heating the glass up long enough. That's just a theory. But anyway, when you do a sky like this, since I got all the sky, you want to like try and make some cool looking clouds if you can. I mean, these aren't the best clouds, but they're good enough. This is really cool. I learned a lot so far. So I like the way how the mountain is leaning in. They're like leaning, both of them are kind of leaning like in towards the center. I like the horseshoe look back there. You see that? Where the mountains are coming together. Uh, yeah, just slightly. That's all you need is just a slight. You could almost put a. I could almost put some kind of face in here, like try and make something that looks like eyebrows here. Like this whole thing looks like a chin and cheeks here with this. You could, and then hair up here. You could face right there if I wanted to. It kind of already kind of looks like there's a face starting to form in there, but there's no nose. Ugh. Let me see. I already ate dinner, so I'm not worried about that. I'll go ahead and put a face in there just for fun, and I'll cover it up. I forgot to put the mic back on. So what I'm seeing is some kind of eyes in here. Let's see. So I like this. We'll mix that light blue. And what I'm seeing is like some eyes here. Let me go on. And then I can do this. Big hand, you know you're the one. Do 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 do. We'll put one little tiny cloud here. All right, I think I'm done with the sky. I like it, so we put a few birds up there. Where's my small line brush? I want to make the birds really small. Yeah, that looks so cool. I want to put one like right here. Do 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 do. Yeah, this is my favorite landscape so far. I'm going to finish these rocks now. What is that, gray? Uh, yeah, Friday we go to Portland. We have to stay at the vineyard. They have like rooms there that they rent, and then they give us this room as uh, like 5 bedrooms. So I get my own room. The first day we're playing actually right at the vineyard, and then Bjornson Vineyards has they have a tasting room in town, so we'll be playing there. We're gonna go live, so if you guys want to put that on your calendar, that's Friday evening. I think Lisa's gonna put some kind of flyer on YouTube. Well, it didn't really work out like a valley. Like this was supposed to be up high. If you were standing here, then you'd be looking down in the valley. But I made these trees a little bigger. It pulled everything forward a little into the foreground. So that's all right. It still looks good. We got some depth going there. I just might stop to check you out. So I'm glad you popped in here, Marianne. It's been a while. Maybe I can put some kind of flower down in here. like back. So that's another thing that's cool about acrylic. You couldn't do this if this was oil. It'd be hard to put like something over the top of that. Because it would just be wet, wet, wet. Let me hit my button again. So I have a couple highlights from this painting. This was my favorite painting. My favorite painting so far. Thanks for watching, everyone. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Wow. Had so much fun. Time flies by. So what's tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be able to paint tomorrow evening for a little bit. Because we're leaving Friday morning. Not too early. We're leaving at 9, so I'll be able to stay up late tomorrow night. And guess what? I just painted for like 2-3 hours straight, and my back didn't hurt one time, so well, now it's hurting. I took a deep breath and moved older than I felt it. I'm so mad at myself that I fell on the ice. Every time I passed the area that I fell, because I didn't have to come home that day at that time. I came home to put something in the refrigerator. Yeah, I didn't need to because it would have stayed cold in the car because it was freezing outside. And that's when I fell. Well, hopefully I got some new subscribers. It's been a while since I got some new subscribers. I'm actually losing them. It's going down. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. You guys have been awesome. I'm glad you like it, Marianne. I like everything. I like the mountains. I like the clouds. I like the sky color. I like the flowers, the tree colors. Yeah, it's like every aspect of the painting. It's like I like it. Good night, everyone.